Hello, beautiful humans of the world tuning in on YouTube to this full moon creative session we're doing together. Oh, was your morning as rough as mine was? It's okay. Take a breath. Let's ground into this for a minute. Mm. We are here. And we are safe right now in this moment. We are going to draw, create together. And I'm realizing I don't know. I kind of want to do this landscape for the video, but then I guess I can just do this. That works. I think that's what we want. So, yes, we are here. I know I said in in my announcement for the stream that I would be working on a house sign. But today I got inspired to work on a poster design. The deadline for the competition passed, but I couldn't let myself just let this one go. I was like, I can at least post it on the shop. So that's this is what I'm working on today. And before I share a bit more of the brief for this project, to help you understand some context and give me better feedback, but also no pressure to give feedback. I am here. I want to preface by saying that I am here for you. I am here with a casual creative studio hour for you to ask your creative design questions and feel inspired. The goal is to help you feel inspired to share this brand story with that you have, to create this brand story that you have, to share this business story that you have with the world in a way that can connect with your ideal client and make you the living income that you need to support your family and help them live better lives. So, yes, this is for small business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone who maybe just needs a little bit of, maybe you're an artist or creative yourself and you want some peer support. This is for you too. I am here just opening this up to share what I'm got going on and be transparent about my process, hoping that that helps other people bring more humanity and transparency into their work. This is a safe place to be open and honest, and in that, I request that everyone stay kind, gentle, and loving. Speak from a place of love, not fear, whenever possible. We will have grace when you speak from a place of fear, and we will also respond with more help and more, well, we'll still help you, but we'll respond with more guidance and more juicy, fun things when we stay centered in love as much as possible for each other. Because there are so many not safe places in this world, and I want this to be at least one. And on the internet, there's lots of not safe places, so this can be a safe internet place, right? So, whatever you're doing, I know I almost wonder if I should be doing these after school time because maybe I'd get some school kids, some like high schoolers who have some like projects they want to work on that you guys are welcome here too. So I might play with a later time for in the afternoon for you guys. If there are any high schoolers watching this later, I don't even know if I'm going to attract you, but if there are, let me know if you would be interested in me doing these at a later time. Okay, so this brief. As you can see, I am barely in the sketching phase, but I have decided on a quote, and you can't even see some of the design elements that I've been playing with a bit yet. There's some rows and there's some other. I'm I'm getting to practice some plant drawing with this project. It's kind of fun. And but I had those layers off because I was focusing on the letters for now. That's kind of my joy and fun time, so that's where I like to focus. Especially when I start getting overwhelmed with the harder parts that are still good to work on, but sometimes you gotta titrate and take a break and come back to that after you do a little bit more of the stuff that helps you feel get back into the flow of creating. Listen to that source. That's what art and creativity really is we're listening to source. God, goddess, whoever you want to call that still small voice that you hear that just says that gives you this vision and you have no choice but to put it onto paper to share it with the world. That's who we're listening to. That's who we're take one more deep breath to connect to. Remembering art is a spiritual practice. Creativity is a spiritual practice. If you have not read and you feel aligned with this book or want to, there's a workbook that book combo that I've been another artist gave me for free. So if you want it, I will email it to you. All you gotta do is send me your email. Or I'll send a link to my website and you can sign up and then I'll send you an email about it if you're interested. But the name of the book is called The Artist's Way. And I've been on and off of reading it, so it's taking me a while to read it because it's so juicy. And even when I'm not actively reading it, because maybe I have a different book to read for other life purposes or whatnot, um, I am pretty religious about doing my morning pages. That's one of the concepts in there is taking time in the morning to write 3 pages, stream of consciousness thought, just whatever's on your mind. And I don't, I know a lot of people struggle with racing thoughts as they're going to bed. I also am sure I'm not the only one who wakes up to racing thoughts, wakes up to a million thoughts going at once, and it can be easy to get overwhelmed. So, especially if you struggle with that as well, but even if you don't, even if you're, no matter who you are, you can do this. This is still a good concept because it really helps me get out everything that I'm worried about. I might even come to some answers that I didn't expect just from getting it out on the page, right? And maybe I don't. You just trust the process. You just write your 3 pages, and basically what it does is it frees the channel up for source to speak through so I can be more a better listener, right? And yeah. So, full transparency, I stayed up too late drawing last night and did not manage to get my morning pages done this morning. So, hey, uh, I'm not gonna take the time to do them now. They're personal. They're very personal. I I use an iPad journaling app, but you can use obviously whatever you want. It's a journaling session. Okay, but yeah, so we're just full transparency. That's something I do pretty regularly. Today of all days is one day that I missed on, but I did them yesterday. Okay, so getting into what we're creating. You're probably like, we've been looking at this screen that says we are creative together. What's the prompt, Tasha? What's the prompt? So the prompt is this, there is a program, there is a movement going around here called IseePDX. And it's a chance to feature artists around the city and purchase and support and um, kind of see what the city means to the creatives of the city, right? So we all have, it's a chance to, for me to, what I love about this prompt is that, this brief, is that it was a chance for me to really take a reflection moment as I'm going and appreciating all the beautiful events around here and hanging out with various friends in various art communities and the things I do when I'm not creating art, going for dog walks and appreciating nature and appreciating the roses and what are appreciating the bridges, our iconic Portland St. John's Bridge. Everyone loves that bridge. So you can't really see it very well here, but that is definitely going to be, this is kind of a simple version of that. The idea is to have the St. John's Bridge there. Gonna need a reference image for that. I'm a lettering artist. I use reference images for a lot of things. But yeah, we'll have the St. John's Bridge here, and then we'll have some roses here on either side, framing it. And so, like, I've got some design elements I'm going to play with. And also, because I'm a lettering artist, it took me a minute to be like, well, I spent a lot of time thinking about the right phrase to share. That I want, this is an opportunity for lots of people traveling in and out of the city to potentially see. Um, well, I might have missed that deadline, but like that was part of the prompt. Um, there's a potential for a lot of people to see this, and so I spent a lot of time just thinking about the right words because to share, I really want to. My mission at TFay Design Agency is to help everyone get in touch with their creative spirit and and not push that voice down, but honor it and listen to it. And in that, because that's my mission, because that's so natural for me, I go to I love going to art events. I love hearing about art events and anti-art events. Thank you, Dada movement, and fun classes here in Portland. So, and I love hosting art nights, and I love going to flow nights, and I love supporting other gallery events, and at the gallery event that I vended at, it felt really good to have a table where, yeah, I had some postcards on the table for sale, maybe sold one, but I still, even though I didn't make a lot of sales that night, I got so much value out of it. Was around the Winter Light Festival, so it was a chance. So that's part of why I was thinking about this for this project, because it was a chance to get more people, more families and people from the city out. And a lot of families came to my table because it was a creative space. Like, I had some things for sale, but it was also like there was a sketchbook out, there were inks to play with. I taught people, I had like a little calligraphy lesson. It was a chance to create with the community, and that is just priceless to me, you know. Um, and it was nice to make at least some sales. I was like, okay, baby steps. Um, but yeah, just so that's why I chose the phrase, we are creative together. It can, I'm also feeling the need to bring up that being creative together is, it can be easy to like isolate, or I'll have these tendencies where I'm like, I gotta create, so I'm gonna I'm gonna go in my own little hidey hole, and maybe put on a show and create on my own. And sometimes that's what you gotta do, because you just gotta be a channel for source, and you gotta be able to like um block out enough of the noise so that you can really hear that small voice. And so, yes, there's kind of a, you got to do that. There is so much where you have to be. There are some times when you need to be more isolated, and then in order to be able to come out and share. And also, I guess this is a bit of a challenge to say, well, can we have more collaborative creative events? You know, can we host more art nights? What can we accomplish together? It's also part of why I joined a beautiful co-working space here, Space, um, because there are things to do on our own, but I'm being challenged to find more ways to create together. So, in that, I think we have a beautiful opportunity to be inspired by each other. And I want to remind people of that with this design. Kind of playing with the placements of those bits. But you can maybe take that one out. Yeah, that's the only one. So I'm not going to play this music, but I will put a link to the chat if you want to listen to it while we're creating. We're just going to spend some time creating. I'm going to put music I'm listening to since I'm just going to work on this until someone shows up, has a question, or wants to share something burning in their heart with a fiery passion that needs to be shared with the world. So here's a little bit of sound bath healing. And well, I'm just gonna spend some time creating right now. I'm playing. Not right. This is also part of why I'm doing this is live. It's because I totally am welcoming feedback. Give me a new idea that I'm not seeing. Challenge me. I might, yeah, I need some fresh ideas. So this is your chance to share your wildest and craziest ideas with me as you have them, whether they're for something you're working on or something related to this, whatever it is. It's welcome. See, I almost wanted to get creative there and do the thicker stroke on this up, and then I don't know that I like it. So undo. Don't you love the undo button? I kind of love hate it. Comes in handy, and also I get too reliant on it sometimes. See that? This. That was source. I just randomly was like, I'll play with that. I don't know if I'm gonna like that, but that might be. We're clearly playing with this like sharp knife edge for some of these T's. You might have just come to some resolution with how it is on the R. So that's good to know as we do another sketch. That'll be one of the things I work on in my next sketch is making these points more consistent. Because that's also how it is. Yeah, and this is why I spend all day on the letters. Okay, we'll see if we can do. We'll do a bit of a review. Hey, Adrian, you showed up. Sorry, I just noticed. Hi, Adrian. Thanks for showing up. You're awesome. Appreciate you, brother. I'm sorry I got lost in I got a little lost in the Zoom world and the creative flow there. Um, sorry, not sorry. Starry. Call those starry moments. Um, so, okay. So we're gonna, yeah, again, I'm working on this creative for like real in the sketching process for this new poster design for my shop. And I'm feeling into the energies of Portland that I want to share and highlight the beautiful things about the city that I live in. And also, this is very aligned with my TFay Design's mission to help foster more creative energy together. So thank you, Adrian, for being you are such a part of this mission in some great mentorship ways. And yeah, thank you for being here and showing up. Okay, so I just did kind of one rough sketch, clearly rough, look at that, of this poster design. I think what I'm gonna do next is let's change this color over here. I'm going to I like these points, but I want to make them more consistent. Like maybe with this I and this T, these need a little bit of fixing. This also kind of needs some fixing. The E's, I think I like this E kind of the best, but I also kind of like the way that curls over. I don't know, kind of between this E and that E, but I want to make the E's consistent. You know that part. Yeah, we're gonna make the R's consistent. This it's gonna be mostly down, but then we're gonna have just a little point for the pen. Mostly straight down. Okay, I can't use forward there. Do we have any queer folk on here who can help me think of a better word than straight down? In this case, can't really use forward. It's a straight line. Yeah, I don't really love straight lines all the time, but sometimes you just gotta make a straight line. All right. What else do I want to do? I think I actually might have figured out this better than I thought. I moved on from this problem spot thinking, well, but I think that's maybe I'll come back to it. And then I come back to it, I'm like, actually, this looks better than I thought. Okay. Well, that's a nice surprise, and I'm like, okay, maybe I fixed that just enough. Glad I moved on when I did. Don't over art things. Don't overthink things. There comes a point. And okay, did I get all the straight line down into a point? These are gonna stay curvy. I think I might need to do some fixing there, but we're not quite into the super. Yeah, okay, this one, this T. Make sure that gets in on it. These will stay curved. So, what do you think? Maybe these should have the same. Forward or softer? Maybe we'll play with the forward. If all the T's and the I's and the H all have that same, then maybe that's good. Okay. So then we're gonna, this is where I love digital drawing. Less paper I have to manage with tracing paper and things in this part of things. So you can just decrease the opacity. Okay. How's Adrian today? If he's still on. What you working on? Do you have any questions or ideas? This is your fun, creative friend. Okay. So now we'll turn that down. Bunch. Also, where I love digital drawing is I don't have to worry about the exact. I can change the exact location of the letters a little bit later in the process with this selection tool over here, which is kind of nice. Okay. Like, well, okay, let's just start here. So I'll do it over here. Okay, so consistifying the E's were great. So I guess on that, yeah. Because I do feel like maybe it's more readable as an E, not as a backwards 3. So yeah, maybe we'll stick with this. Just want to make sure it's hold on, can anyone else does anyone else love this process? You can just be like, oh, that's not centered. How do I center it without redrawing? Boom. Boom boom. Select. And then for now, when we get a little bit closer, I might make separate layers. But for now, I'm going to keep while we're still in this sketching phase. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's the queer way to say straight line? Or what's a more queer way to say straight line? Because sometimes you still need a straight line. I don't know if there is one either. Maybe I'm just overthinking things, but I have to at least ask. This is why sketching is the best part. Honestly, just like discovering how the letters want to show up and what kind of creative things you can do when it comes through. What are the like super juicy, like, ooh, yeah, we can do this. Ooh, and we can do this. That all happens in the sketch phase. So don't underestimate the sketch phase. And we're just gonna and then I'll hide them for now. Really? There we go. Yeah, I'll hide the. Wow. Okay. Wow. And I'm like, I really thought I did all this. When keeping track of layers can be. But we can simplify the E's. I'm liking the way the T's are showing up. Still have some spacing issues. We're gonna need to work on there. You know, this should probably get moved over. I probably need one line height for all of these. Maybe I want to make these a little shorter if I can. Get that A, a bit more breathing room. And make that A stand up a little bit better. But the E's are looking more consistent. Maybe made that change. Okay, I really thought I made that up. Yeah, E's are more consistent. We got some things to fine tune on the pointy descender move. Probably should make, well, maybe this one. It's the end, so maybe this does stay down. Can be an exception. But yeah, come along. Would not say it's quite ready, as you can tell, but it's coming along. And I am grateful for you guys joining me today. I have to get up and move a little bit, so I wish the same for you as well. And I hope your day is beautiful and may you release the old patterns that hinder you from having those really collaborative and creative solutions, conversations to the problems that you're dealing with. I hope that all your problems are solved with ease as you find more ease in your day. Thank you all. Have a blessed Libra full moon tonight. And take care of yourself. Like, subscribe if you feel called. And we will see you. I will see you on the next stream around the new moon. So follow me, TFay Designs on Instagram, Facebook as well. You'll get notified. You'll get a reminder when that's happening just before it happens. I know it's hard to stay on track with the new moon and full moon. That's part. This can be your regular. Hey, it's new moon time. Hey, it's full moon time. Let's attune to the moon more. She's got us. So thank you, Adrian, for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll put a link to my portfolio and some other summary and things in the description down below. So yeah, reach out. Don't be a stranger. Share a comment if this meant something nice to you or you want me to do this again. And direct message me if there's something a little bit more personal you want to share. I know we can go. We all have some really heavy personal shit, personal stuff we're going through. All right. Lots of love, dear friends.